Let me acknowledge our traditional leaders who are here with us, especially the Vice President of the Kron Traditional Council, and also our traditional leaders from the Togome traditional area in the Volta region. I wish to also acknowledge the Honorable Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, and the CEO of the Free Zones Board, Madam Mary Ewusi. We've always said that our women are our partners and they're just as good as us. Today, Ghana's industrial growth is being driven by two women, one as the Minister of Trade and Agribusiness and the other as the CEO of the Ghana Free Zones Authority. I want to congratulate them for the wonderful work they're doing. The Managing Director and Board members of CBI, and I want to commend Frederick for the great work he's doing. His father is my friend, and I was sad to note that his father is not here today because it all began with him. From when I was Vice President to when I was President was when this cement plant was formulated, the land was acquired, and eventually in 2017, work started. And so I'm happy to be back here. Just sad not to see Paul, his father, but it teaches us a lesson in succession, and that's one of the lessons that Ghanaian business people and Ghanaian enterprise must recognize and learn. We must do succession planning. A lot of time people work very hard, they invest their lifetime in setting up industry and businesses, and when the main principal who set up the business passes away, succession struggles, family problems, and all that eventually lead to the collapse of businesses. I've seen many Ghanaian businesses collapse after the main founder of the industry passed away. And so we must plan succession. And another Ghanaian industry I can mention that has got it right is Kasapreko Industries. The main founder of Kasapreko Industries has retired. He's the chairman, and he's handed over the running of the company to his son, who's now the CEO. It's one of the things that we need to look out and work on. I don't want to come commissioning industries and then when the founder passes away, the industry becomes a shadow of itself. So Frederick, congratulations for continuing in the footprints of your father. Let me acknowledge senior government officials here. Our ambassadors, Simone, who has been the Swiss ambassador and will be leaving us soon, but has done a very fantastic job in her period as ambassador in Ghana. And also the Norwegian ambassador and the representative of North Fund who are here. I want to commend you for the great work that you're doing. Workers of CBI, I acknowledge you too. Aiko Emoni Ejuma, continue the hard work. I'll talk to you later in my speech. But today's event takes place on the eve of Ghana's Independence Day celebration, a moment that encourages us not only to reflect on our past, but also to reaffirm our commitment to the future that we are shaping together. On such an occasion, one cannot help but recall the powerful words of our first president, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, who reminded us that we must develop our industries not as a show of bravado, but because industrialization is the key that will unlock our future. Nkrumah recognized the fundamental truth that Ghana's prosperity would rely not only on exporting raw materials to the rest of the world, but also on developing industries capable of transforming those raw materials into value, employment, and national wealth. That is the vision that still guides me and my government today. As part of our economic transformation agenda, my government has set an ambitious target of increasing the share of manufacturing in our GDP to at least 15% share by 2030. And we believe that this will create an additional 500,000 decent jobs for our people. And I'm confident that we can attain this. At the beginning of the year, I visited the Special Economic Zone, Bright Economic Zone, and the industries that have come to set up there in the textile space, in steel manufacturing, give me hope that we can achieve this target. In the last 3 weeks, the hardworking Minister of Trade, Industry and Agribusiness and myself have commissioned a number of factories and cut sort for a number of factories. She's always keeping me wearing a hard hat, a helmet, because she keeps dragging me to either cut sword or commission industries. We're at B5, where we commissioned 3 new factories about 3 weeks ago. And then again, she dragged me to Shama, to the Twyford Ceramic Industrial Zone, where we commissioned the expanded ceramic tile factory. And then we cut sword for 2 new factories, one to expand the sanitary ware division of that industrial zone, and uniquely for the first time to cut sword for a new glass factory. If you imagine that the first glass factory that was built in this country was built by Osagyefo Kwame Nkrumah in Abosso, which was the Abosso glass factory. Since then, since that factory collapsed, every single piece of glass you see anywhere in this country is imported. And so we cut sword. By next year, that factory will go and commission it, and it will produce all the glass that we need for our windows and for doors and all the sliding glass doors and everything for which we currently import glass. We would even export glass to our neighboring countries. And so I'm confident that we will attain our target of 500,000 jobs by the year 2030, with 15% share of our GDP for the manufacturing sector. Today's commission therefore signifies more than just the opening of a factory. It marks yet another tangible step in Ghana's industrial revival. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the facility we are commissioning today is historically significant in many respects. Ghana now hosts the world's largest calcined clay cement plant, a significant industrial achievement that places our country at the forefront of sustainable cement production. This investment sends a strong signal to the international business community that Ghana is open to serious industrial investment. It demonstrates clearly that when policy environment is transparent, stable, and supportive of enterprise, the private sector will respond and will have the confidence to mobilize capital and undertake projects of global significance. The government of Ghana will continue to maintain such an environment, and that is my pledge to the Ghanaian private sector. I'll make sure that the environment is conducive for you to continue to invest and make a handsome return on your investment. The cement industry has attracted notable policy focus over the past year due to its key role in construction, housing, and infrastructure development. At the end of 2024, cement prices had risen sharply, reaching approximately 120 cedis per bag for 42.5 grade cement and 113 cedis for a bag for 32.5 grade cement. Through a mix of macroeconomic stabilization, fiscal discipline, and constructive engagement with industry stakeholders, we've started to see positive results in the cement space. By July 2025, cement prices had fallen by about 20%, providing relief to builders, contractors, and housing construction industry. Recent data from the Ghana Statistical Service shows that construction inflation decreased to 3.9% year-on-year in January 2026. These developments demonstrate the effect of prudent economic management and a strengthening domestic currency. I wish to commend the Chamber of Cement Manufacturers Ghana, COCMAG, and their CEO is here, Mr. Dawson Amwa, for its ongoing engagement with government. Dialogue between government and the industry remains essential for ensuring stability and growth in this all-important sector. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the facility we're commissioning today is a 110 million USD investment with an annual capacity of 1.5 million tons of environmentally friendly calcined clay cement. This innovation marks a significant advancement for both industrial growth and environmental responsibility. Traditional clay-based cement production accounts for about 8% of global carbon dioxide emissions, making it one of the most carbon-intensive industrial processes. By introducing limestone calcined clay cement technology, this facility significantly reduces carbon emissions while maintaining the strength and quality required for modern construction. Even more importantly, this innovation enables us to replace large amounts of calcined clay, large amounts of imported clinker with locally sourced Ghanaian clay, processed and refined right here in Ghana. This means that we have lower production costs, we have reduced import dependency, and we have more value retained within the Ghanaian economy. Indeed, replacing clinker is expected to cut our import reliance by more than 10%, keeping hundreds of millions of cedis circulating within the domestic economy. And even more unique is that our local clay is being processed at this factory using our own liquid natural gas from our oil and gas fields in the Western region. This is a collaboration with our own Ghana Gas and our Ituabo gas processing plant, which is bringing gas to this facility to process the clay for cement production. I wish to assure CBI and our partners in the industrial enclave that our interaction with the upstream oil and gas companies has been very positive. And we have recently signed 2 new MOUs with the Jubilee partners to invest another $2 billion in our upstream gas, oil and gas industry to increase the volumes of gas that we are able to produce. We've also signed an MOU with ENI, who are operators of the Sankofa field, for a fresh investment of $1.5 billion to increase the amount of gas that is available for Ghanaian industrialization. Another key aspect of this investment is its export potential. I'm advised that the cement produced here will comply with the rules of origin requirements of the African Continental Free Trade Area because of the amount of local material that is included in the production. This positions Ghanaian cement to compete effectively in regional markets and support our accelerated export development program. Through such investments, Ghana is not merely producing for domestic production consumption, we're establishing industries capable of serving the entire African market. Ladies and gentlemen, this facility has also been designed to operate continuously, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It therefore is very symbolic of our 24-hour economy policy, which aims to optimize productivity, increase employment, and unlock Ghana's full industrial capacity. Already this project has created 109 direct jobs, including engineers, technicians, and machine operators, and over 1,000 indirect jobs within the supply chain, logistics, and support services. These are the kind of high-quality industrial jobs that will drive Ghana's long-term economic transformation. Ladies and gentlemen, this could not have come at a more timely opportunity. This is a time when government is investing more than 60 billion cedis in infrastructure construction. Under our Big Push program, we've already awarded 50 billion cedis worth of road construction. And anywhere you go in Ghana, you see the culverts, you see the interchanges, you see the drains, all are being constructed with cement produced in Ghana. And so CBI, Carlson Clay, has come at the right time to join in the Big Push program and help Ghanaian infrastructure. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I wish to commend the chairman and CEO of CBI, the board, the management, and investors for your confidence in choosing Ghana for this investment. You've demonstrated vision, courage, and commitment by investing in a facility of global scale and technological sophistication. By constructing the world's largest calcined clay plant here in Tema, Ghana's historic industrial center, envisioned by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, you have affirmed Ghana's position as a leader in Africa's industrial future. Your investment demonstrates that economic growth and environmental sustainability can coexist together. I'm also happy to inform you that we're going to rehabilitate the entire Tema industrial zone in partnership with the private sector. We're going to re-engineer the roads, the drains, the waste treatment plants, and everything. The TDC, GUIDEC, VALCO, and all the partners have already signed an MOU. And so soon you're going to see very good improved roads, good drainage system, waste treatment plants, and everything to make Ghana's industrial area worthy of its name. To the young men and women working in this facility, I'd like to say this: you are not just employees of a factory, you are architects of Ghana's industrial future. And let me say, you are the lucky ones. For every one of you who has been employed in this factory, there are 10 who would have loved to be in your place. And so take this employment as a very precious asset. It will provide income for not only you, but also for your family. For those of you who are not married, you have the opportunity, now that you have a decent job, to be able to marry and start families. And so every shift you work, every ton of calcium clay you produce, and every standard you uphold directly contributes to transforming our national economy. Take pride in this responsibility and keep showcasing your excellence in the work that you do in this factory. Lastly, I would like to thank the chiefs and people of the Togome traditional area, which is the source of raw material for the calcium clay production. It is a value chain from raw material to finished products. So we must not focus only on the finished product, we must also focus on the source of the raw material. And so I want to thank the chiefs and people of the Togome traditional area. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the commissioning of this facility signifies the start of a new chapter in Ghana's industrial history, one where Ghana leads, Africa follows, and the world takes notice. It is therefore my singular honor and privilege as President of the Republic of Ghana to officially declare the CBI Ghana Calcine Clay Plant an expanded cement factory duly commissioned. May God bless our homeland Ghana and make her great and strong. I thank you.